everyone to the maiden edition of Deep Matters. Deep Matters is a program where we talk about challenging issues affecting us and affecting the society at large. I'm Nancy, your uncle, and today on Deep Matters we'll be looking at a very challenging issue: child molestation. Before we continue, let's take a look at this video clip.
My name is Ezinne. I lost my parents at the age of 8 to a fatal motor accident. I am an only child. After the death of my parents, I went to live with my uncle. That was the beginning of my nightmare. He was married to a businesswoman who rarely stayed at home, and this left me at his mercy. One morning, while busy with household chores, he grabbed and threw me to the bed. Using his large hand, he covered my mouth. He forced himself on me. I kicked, I scratched, I screamed, but to no avail. He got me an ice cream when he was done, I guess to ice my tears. I am 25 years old now, living with the HIV/AIDS virus, a result of those frightful years. This is my story.
Welcome back. From the video clip, we saw a lady who was molested during her childhood. And to help me do justice to this very challenging issue, I have with me here in the studio a lawyer, Oscar Moore. Oscar, welcome to the show. As a legal practitioner, what is the definition of child molestation?
Okay, we're talking about child molestation. We're looking at two keywords here: the child and the molestation on the other hand. A child is someone who is below the age of 18 years, while molestation on the other hand could be seen as sexual assault or abuse on anybody. It could be a woman, could be a man, a boy or a girl. Now, matching two of them together, child molestation, we're looking at sexual assault or abuse on a child who is a person below the age bracket of 18 years.
Now, from judging from everything you've said, you made mention of abuse and molestation. So is there a relationship or a difference between molestation and physical abuse?
Molestation is broader in the sense that in molestation you find physical abuse.
Yeah.
You also find all other forms of assault. While physical assault is only restricted to the physical interaction between the person and the victim.
Okay, who can really molest a child?
Any adult can molest a child. A man, woman, a boy or a girl. Anybody can molest a child. It's not like it's restricted to some persons. Anybody can molest a child.
Judging from what you've said now, which age range of children are at risk of child molestation?
Like I said earlier, a child is someone who is below the age bracket of
18
years. Yeah, 18 years. So we're looking at from 18 years below, 18, 17, 16, and the rest.
Okay, we'll be going for a very short break. Don't go anywhere. When we're back, we'll be looking at causes of child molestation. Welcome back. Moving on, Mr. Oscar, as a legal practitioner, have you had any case of child molestation?
I've not had any, but if I should get one, I would do pro bono.
What is the pro bono?
Pro bono means giving my services free of charge, my legal services. I will go to court and represent the person without attaching any fee to it.
Those out there, if you have any case of child molestation, do well to reach out to Mr. Oscar Moore. Moving on, what are the causes of child molestation?
Anything can cause, or rather, some of the causes of child molestation includes one is this. You've heard about pedophiles.
Yeah,
Now,
those who molest children.
Yes, those who are sexually attracted to children. I see it as a psychiatric disorder. So until you're able to cure this disease, that act will continue to happen. Another one is child pornography. Those who indulge in child pornography, who watch child pornography and highly rated movies.
They begin to act out what they say.
Fine. So they would like to put it into practice and see how it looks like or what it feels like to have an intercourse with the child. advertisements of pornography, uh, so many of them. There are a plethora of them. Some of them are, when we're talking about cultural tolerance, people who have these cultural norms that they give out children into marriage. Uh,
Judging from all you have said, which gender is at risk of child molestation?
both genders are at risk, but usually we witness the female gender more often. We see most of these cases of child molestation usually on the female gender. So, but usually both genders are at risk.
Now, as a legal practitioner, are there sentences or punishments for a pedophile?
Yes, yes. When you look at the provisions of the Child Right Act, Section 28 is on borders on child labor. That anybody who engages a child into forced or compulsory child labor, the person is liable for imprisonment of 10 years. That's it. If you engage a child in child labor, be it ignorant services like hawking, street hawking, or the likes, depriving him or her of education, the punishment for that is 10 years imprisonment. Then for assault, sexual assault, anybody or person who harasses, who unlawfully uh, sexually, who unlawfully and sexually harass
The child.
a child is liable for uh, imprisonment for life.
Wow.
Life imprisonment. That's the punishment. Both for uh, the Child Rights Act and that of the Criminal Code. They have the same punishment. Then another one is for people who promote uh, giving up the child in marriage
Yeah.
and betrayal of children. It also have its own fine of 500,000 naira or 5 years imprisonment or both.
Well, I don't see this particular law you're saying being affected in those that give out their children, their small or kids to marriage at a very young age.
The law is not for like Christmas.
No.
The court is not for like Christmas. It's when someone brings this matter in court that the court will not take it.
Okay.
Yeah, that the
Okay,
court will not take it.
you just said those that bring the matter to the court. So what do you think as a lawyer, what are the reasons why people are afraid to bring such issues to the court of justice?
Some of them are ignorant of bringing up these matters in court. Some of them are negligent too. Some are, when they look, they're talking about when you're talking about bringing the matter to court, it has so many responsibilities, financial responsibilities. You'll not be looking at how much are you going to pay the lawyer to take up this matter, stuff like that. So I think these are one of the things that restrict people from bringing this kind of actions in court. Yes.
So if a lawyer is on pro bono, like you said, they could do cases on children of child molestation without any fee.
Yes.
So
There's so many lawyers out there who are doing pro bono services for
child abuse.
child abuse, the likes, like child abuse, widowhood practice, submersion widowhood practice, and the likes.
And you happen to be one of them.
Yeah, what's one of them.
What do you think are the effects of this molestation on the child?
Yes. People who get molested are usually ashamed.
Yeah.
When they feel this guilt, the parents feel this guilt that, see, I failed as a mother, I failed as a father. You know. Another one is, relationship with others. I think they would not be fighting with low self-esteem.
Yeah.
You can't relate like a normal human being. You can't relate again with your friends, with your relatives and others, your classmates, your peer groups. They will not be looking at you as an object of mockery. You know, some of them face some kind of psychological trauma. They can't concentrate again, even in class. They can't concentrate again, and this issue of child molestation can make them to make some very serious and dangerous decisions, which could damage their future. Like say, okay, I'm not doing anything with the guy again. I'm not doing anything that has to do with marriage. No longer interested. And now they see that diverting their minds to things that ought not to be. Then another one could be they could contract sexually transmitted diseases, STDs. which can hinder their future
Yes.
in marriage, can make them not to conceive again. Some of them might die as a result of it. Yes, we have some casualties. Go to the federal medical center, you see casualties of this sexual abuse. So it's just it's just too much. The effects are too much. That is why we we are uh, we are using through the media to tell people about this child molestation, the effects, and the
What do you think, or how do you think child molestation can be prevented?
now if you look at the provisions of the Child Right Act, uh, specifically Section 2, Sub 1 of the Act, it says that anybody or person or institution who has a child in his or her custody owes that child a duty to protect, take care, and any other thing incident to the well-being of the child. So whoever has a child in his or her possession owes that child a duty to take care of him or her. Then the society, the government also have a role to play in preventing child molestation, because by virtue of part 2 of the Constitution, from section 13 to 15, it has to do with directive objective and directive principle and objective of state policies, which says that the government has a role to play in protecting lives and properties. So the government has a role to play in protecting a child from being molested by enacting laws that will help to prevent the regular child molestation we see every day. And also, not only making out these laws or enacting these laws, also make move to enforce these laws, and
Not just
also,
making it, just
yes,
being able to enforce it.
enforce the laws and also punish people who are found guilty doing these things.
Because
And this,
we kind of see laws being made and enforcement is very difficult.
that's it. So many of them, there are so many stagnant laws that are just there for the purpose of it being there. They are not being enforced. Another one is the community has a role to play. All these norms, traditions that are obnoxious, that
Yes.
are unjust, inequitable, that are contrary to public policies, like the giving out of a child into marriage and the likes of them. You know, they have to make do with these laws because it encourages child molestation. When you
Yes.
give out a child into marriage, what do you expect? Another one is they should ban this issue of pornography. They should put an I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know how they're going to go about it, but I think there should be a restriction on these things because it's usually affecting people
The psychology.
who watch them. When they see, especially child pornography, I don't see why a country like ours will allow, you know, this kind of thing being, displayed in our country. There should be a kind of a restriction to it because when people watch this, they get to practicalize it someday, and children are usually victims of this molestation.
We have come to the end of today's edition of Deep Matters. You have heard it all from my guests. If you're a victim out there, do not be afraid to speak up. And if you're a parent, do not neglect your duties as a parent to observe your children and advise if possible. If it's important to you, it is important to us. Share your views. Let us be able to help you. And also, do not forget to join our conversation on all our social media platforms, #Deep Matters, and follow us on all our social media platforms showing on your screen, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Alore TV for more interesting videos. Till we meet next time, is goodbye.